The abrupt effects of alcohol on sleep. Think a nightcap may help you get a better night's sleep? Well, you're wrong. Anyone who consumes alcohol from time to time knows that drinks like beer, wine, and spirits can leave you feeling a little bit drowsy. And due to this effect, many people started using alcohol as a sleep aid. In fact, surveys show that as many as 20% of Americans use alcohol to help them fall asleep at night. Now, alcohol is a depressant and indeed induces sleep. However, it also contributes to poor shut-eye, leading to interrupted snoozing, night sweats, and disturbed REM. Watch this video to see what happens behind your closed eyes when you go to sleep after drinking. Alcohol doesn't aid sleep. A study conducted in 2013 and published in the Alcoholism Clinical and Experimental Research has proven that alcohol doesn't aid sleep. Although it reduces the time required to fall asleep, sleep onset latency, it causes disrupted sleep in the second half of the night by increasing non-REM sleep and reducing rapid eye movement. Depending on the amount of alcohol you consume, what seems like falling asleep will be more likely closer to passing out. Tolerance for the sedative effects of alcohol is quickly built, which means that over time you'll have to drink more to enjoy the same sleep-inducing effects of alcohol. Since alcohol is quickly metabolized, most people experience withdrawal symptoms in the second half of the night. Symptoms of withdrawal may include shallow sleep, multiple awakenings, REM rebound associated with nightmares or vivid dreams, sweating, and general activation. Using alcohol as a sleep aid may not only lead to dependence, but also a variety of sleep issues such as sleepwalking, sleep talking, and sleep deprivation. Lastly, alcohol also suppresses breathing and can precipitate sleep apnea. Since alcohol impairs sleep during the second half of the night, it reduces overall sleep time, which can lead to daytime somnolence. The relationship between alcohol and insomnia. Insomnia is often a chronic condition, and relying on alcohol to fall asleep will only make things worse and increase the risk of alcohol dependence. Alcoholism itself is associated with complaints of poor sleep, increased sleep onset, sleep maintenance issues, and decreased delta and REM sleep. Lastly, it increases the severity of obstructive sleep apnea, even in individuals without a history of OSA. How does alcohol interrupt sleep? According to a study by Wayne State University and the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, after a few drinks, individuals report subjectively shallow sleep and frequent awakenings in the middle of the night. Research shows that in the first half of the night, when the body's metabolizing the alcohol, people spend more time in deep sleep, slow wave sleep, and less time in REM sleep. REM sleep is a vital sleep stage for physical and mental restoration. This is why after a night of drinking, you wake up in the morning feeling drowsy and tired no matter how long you stay in bed. You probably think it's great to spend more time in deep sleep, but in reality, it's not healthy for you. Why? Well, because our sleep architecture is biologically tuned to meet our body's needs during sleep. Abrupt changes to our physical and natural structure of sleep aren't generally good for our well-being. During the second half of the night, sleep becomes even more disrupted. As the alcohol is metabolized and the sedative effects start to disappear, the body goes through a process the experts call the rebound effect. The rebound effect includes more sudden change from deeper to lighter sleep, with more frequent awakenings during the second half of the night. The abrupt frequent awakenings can manifest as micro-awakenings that you don't even remember, but still interrupt the natural flow of sleep and its quality. Our sleep architecture shifts again, and we spend significantly less time in slow wave sleep. The rebound effect may also include more time in REM sleep, which is characterized by vivid dreaming. Disrupted REM sleep also increases the risk for parasomnias, including sleepwalking and sleep eating. Midnight awakenings after drinking are common because alcohol affects the normal production of chemicals in the body that induce sleep, such as melatonin and ATP, when you've been awake for a long time and recede once you've had enough rest. After drinking, production of adenosine, vital for inducing sleep, is increased, allowing for fast onset of sleep, but it recedes as quickly as it came, making you more likely to wake up before you're truly rested, preventing you from falling asleep again, and another consequence of the rebound effect. Simply explained, alcohol's adenosine-boosting effects mess up your internal sleep drive and make you sleep at times you otherwise wouldn't, throwing your natural sleep-wake cycle off course. This is the primary way that alcohol affects sleep, but the effects of going to sleep with alcohol in your system don't stop here. Here's other ways that alcohol interrupts your nightly rest. Disrupted sleep-wake cycles. Alcohol suppresses melatonin, the primary regulator of sleep-wake cycles. Research shows that a moderate dose of alcohol just 1 hour before bedtime can decrease melatonin production by 20%. Alcohol reduces the ability to master the biological clock to respond to light, which helps you stay in sync for a 24-hour day. Effects on circadian rhythm. Let's quickly refresh knowledge and the importance of the body's internal clock. Our 24-hour rhythms are managed by the master biological clock, which is responsible for coordinating circadian rhythm activity through the entire body. Circadian rhythms are crucial for our health because they regulate nearly all the body's processes from metabolism to sleep to immunity, energy, sexual drive, cognitive functions, and mood. Alcohol disrupts circadian functioning and directly interferes with the ability of the master biological clock to synchronize itself. Since our internal clock, as we previously mentioned, is responsible for regulating all those major body processes, the disruptive effects of alcohol can be widespread, affecting not only our sleep, but other systems as well, resulting in poor liver function, leaky gut, and depression. Poor liver function. Our liver is our body's filtering system, and its primary role is to metabolize food and chemicals, including alcohol, and remove toxins from the bloodstream. When alcohol disrupts circadian rhythms, regulating the liver, it compromises the liver functions and contributes to liver toxicity and disease. Leaky gut. The gut and its microbiome are often referred to by experts as the body's second brain, and it's also operated by the circadian rhythm activity. When thrown out of sync, the lining of the gastrointestinal tract becomes more susceptible to permeation, meaning that the lining of the GI tract is more likely to allow bacteria and toxins to leave the intestines and enter the bloodstream. Depression. There's a complicated relationship between depression, alcohol, and sleep. Depression and insomnia are often comorbid, and even in the presence of moderate amounts of alcohol, things get even worse, especially when it comes to further pushing your circadian rhythms out of sync. Diuretic effect. Your body knows that nighttime is the time for sleep, and not an adequate time for trips to the bathroom. Simply explained, your body's learned to put their bladder into hibernation during the night. But alcohol, since it has a diuretic effect, will cause you to wake up, go to the restroom at night, and interrupt your sleep completely. Night sweats. Drinking affects your sleep homeostasis by messing with your body's core internal temperature. Alcohol first cools you down, helping you fall asleep, but in the second half of the night, your body temperature will rise. Due to alcohol's diuretic effect, your body will be encouraged to lose the heat through sweat and ultimately make you dehydrated. Night sweats may be particularly problematic for people who already sleep hot. However, once the effects wear off, your body counteracts it with a corresponding rise in temperature, causing the night sweats and making you wake up earlier than expected. Snoring and sleep apnea. Alcohol relaxes all the muscles in your body, which means that relaxed tissue in your throat, mouth, and nose may stop proper air flowing, causing the air to vibrate and resulting in loud snoring. Effects on sleep disorders. Research shows that alcohol consumption may lead to a development of a new sleep disorder or make existing ones worse, particularly when it comes to insomnia and OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. As you can see, alcohol can lead to a fitful night's sleep. Sleep and circadian rhythm interference from alcohol contribute to next day sleepiness, fatigue, irritability, and difficulty focusing. Even if you don't experience it as a typical hangover, alcohol-related sleep loss negatively affects your mood and performance during the day. The bottom line is the more you drink, the closer it is to your bedtime, the more negatively it affects your sleep. It doesn't matter if you take a moderate amount of alcohol at bedtime. Almost any quantity of alcohol can alter your sleep architecture and natural sleep flow. Alcohol may severely affect your sleep, but it doesn't mean you should stop consuming it completely. So you may be wondering how much alcohol is too much for sleep. Ideally, you should drink between 2 to 3 times a week. This gives us enough room to enjoy a fine glass of wine, your favorite restaurant, have an evening cocktail with your friends, cold beer at home after a busy week, whatever it may be, without interfering with healthy sleep. So in that case, when's the best time to consume alcohol? Well, circadian rhythms affect how the body responds to alcohol, depending on the time of the alcohol intake. So research shows that the body metabolizes alcohol differently at different times of the day. Your body is least prepared to process the alcohol in the morning and best metabolized early in the middle of the evening, during the traditional happy hour time. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please do. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified every time we come up with a new video. Have an incredible day.